And he actually decided to get baptized on Friday. And so everyone give Josh a big round of applause for that. So we wanted to honor him with some photos of his baptism, and it has his baptism date and Galatians 2:20 on it. And so that is that. And he is also going to just spend a couple minutes sharing his testimony and his story. Part of being a Christian is being able to share your testimony and share your faith. And so this is great for him to be able to do that in front of his peers without judgment. And so, yeah, this will be a great opportunity for him to share his testimony. So.
First, I'd like to shout out George for his testimony. I don't think I ever would have done this without this testimony at the fall retreat. I'm sure a lot of y'all heard that. That was really inspiring for me. So I know if my testimony can help anybody, that's the biggest thing for me, and that's why I wanted just to talk a couple minutes. Basically my backstory is I didn't grow up in the church at all. I never went to the Church of Christ. My parents are Methodist, and I kind of went to church, off and on. I lived in Florida before I moved here. But it was never a part of my life. It was always my parents' faith, and it was more of an obligation. I would just go every Sunday just because they went. I would go with them, but I never made it my own. And so I didn't really, even throughout high school, I didn't really go to church. I met Andy and Peyton. Neither of them are here. Andy was here, but I think I met them in high school, and they were a huge, just subtle influence on me. Even in high school, I didn't want to go to church. They would offer me. I just knew my heart was not in that place yet. So it took me a long time, but that subtle influence is something I will always remember. And that's something I should tell all y'all is if you're ever discipling or interact with people, just be patient. It takes time for some people to come along. Sometimes I think the most powerful thing you can give somebody is just the constant presence. You don't have to do anything, but just to be there for them. Just be that friend that they need. So honestly, I got to college last year, my freshman year. I didn't even know about the CSC starting off. I didn't really come around as a lot of people here know. The first semester. And Andy told me about the fall retreat. So on a hunch, I drove over there with Ella and Andy, and David. And I don't know. I didn't feel like I belonged at first. I'm not gonna lie. I got there, and I was really shy, and I didn't know anybody. But Andy just kept stringing me along. I think little by little. It was never a big push. I think it was just a slow take me along. So that retreat was huge for me. I think it planted the seed there for me. I knew I wasn't completely ready then, but just having that was huge. So I feel like it's never a race. Sometimes you just gotta take it slow, and that's what I did. And we had Gulf Coast, which I think was my biggest spiritual awakening, which I think a lot of my fellow sophomore guys are really living here. And I just feel I grew so much closer to them. I grew so much closer to the CSC, but most importantly, I grew so much closer with my faith. That's when I really started to make it my own, I think. And I don't know, I didn't think too much of it in the moment, I think, but I can look back now definitively to say that was my breakthrough, I think. That's when I really started taking it serious. After that, I would go to church every Sunday at Laurel with the group. I would come around to CSC as much as I could after that. And I guess just talk about that. Obviously, this year I felt really involved in CSC. It's become a family for me, like I said. And I think if it wasn't for the CSC, I know I would have never got baptized last week. I know that it's moved my heart along so much, and I don't know. I saw what God gave to me through other people, and that's what's most important to me now is to give that back. I feel like even though I questioned a lot of my maturity spiritually, and other aspects, I knew that getting baptized was a step in that direction. And so I decided to commit to it. And yeah, I just feel like for everybody here, like I said in the group meeting, but I feel like there's no place that I've experienced more the love of Jesus and care than here. Like all of y'all can relate that when you come in here, you feel loved, you feel cared about. That I think that's the most important thing for bringing people along. Just to just to know that you're loved and people care about you. Like I said, I think it's not. Sorry. It's not the location or the building. That makes this place great. I think it's really the people inside, the impact they can have on people. Because I know. Sorry, I know you all did that for me. And it's the people that make this place special. So I mean, to all of y'all, I appreciate y'all. I feel like everybody here should know that you had an impact. And yeah, I want to express my gratitude for all of y'all because I never would have reached that point without this group, and I can say that completely with all my heart. I know that this is a room full of disciples. Even if you don't feel like it, your presence is felt and it's known. So yeah, thank you all. Sorry, I'm emotional.